I welcome our expert member of this panel, Sriram Srinivasan, Chief Project Director of Project Management Unit of Tamil Nadu Green Climate Company. He is a former Indian Air Force officer with 25 years of work experience with both governmental and corporate sectors. Along with his versatile work experience in different areas such as program production, engineering, telecast, and administration, he has notably worked on the Clean Development Mechanism project also. Next, we have the expert member, Dr. Balendra Singh, Scientist, C Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. His experience extends from being a research fellow to assistant professor, more than 4 years in the scientific management and experience in biotechnology. I would like to call all the panel members as well as our expert members to take up the chair, so as we are diving into the introduction. Kindly, sir. Welcome, please. No. You can take it. Yeah, you can take it. I would now like to introduce our panelists. To shed his light on the realities of the current scenarios, we have our distinguished panelists. We have Thiru Arpit Dhupar from Daraksha Eco Solutions, producing sustainable alternative to conventional packaged materials that degrade within 60 days in normal soil conditions and are made from crop stubble waste. Arpit Dhupar, one of the 2 young champions of the earth for Asia and Pacific in the year 2019. He has devised novel technique which captures 90% of the particulate matter from diesel engines with no impact on the engine's efficiency. We are glad to have you, sir. Next, we have the proprietor of Sattva Polybags, Tirsi Arun Prabhu, whose unit is based in Tirupur. The team has their leg in the game of recycling of LD polybags. They have recycled nearly 100 tons of waste polybags and converted into export garment polybags. Welcome you, sir. We have Thiru E. Saktivel from Punarbhava Sustainable Products. Atal Incubation Center of NIFT Tirupur Export Association have awarded him as Icon of Sustainability of the Year. He has more than 12 years of experience and erudite in the field of circular economy, zero waste concept, closed loop system, biodegradability, and much more. We are happy to have you, sir. We have Tirumati Neha Jain, Zero Circle. Her startup, Zero Circle Alternative, uses seaweed to help companies with custom solutions for their packaging requirement. She is the winner of TIE, a global initiative by the Indus Entrepreneurs for Sustainable, dedicated to helping women across the globe to reach their full potential by empowering them with the necessary support to build leadership skills and grow their business. We are proud to have you here, ma'am. We are delighted to introduce Tejas Jagade, representing Tgp Bioplastics from Maharashtra, a successful startup who manufacture biodegradable plastic granules for retail packaging using biopolymers. The startup, an outcome of 3 players as a team who work to minimize cost of packaging without polluting Mother Earth for centuries. Though they are not present here, I also take time to mention the co-founders of Tgp Bioplastics, Mr. Karan Kavan and Indrajit Nikam. Next in our panel, we have Thiruvinay Balakrishnan, sir, the startup of Thusin, known for manufacturing plates fit to eat. The major raw material involved in the manufacturing process of cutleries is wheat bran, which is a discarded agricultural byproduct. Vinayak Kumar's sources, the material from farmers inside and outside of Kerala. We warmly welcome you, sir. We also have Professor Saji Vakis, English professor from Christ University, Bangalore, who designed a revolutionary straw made from coconut leaves. He has been recognized globally for his invention. Welcome you, sir. Finally, we have Srinivasan Gunapalan, Chief Executive Officer of Biotech LLP. Biotech is one of the leading manufacturers and suppliers of biopolymers in India and has many exclusive products. Welcome, sir. Now that we know our panel members, it is time to hand over the panel to our respected moderator, Ms. Dr. Selvam, Chief Environmental Engineer, holding a 35 years of service in Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board. Over to you, sir.
I once again welcome all of you to this meet, and we have all eminent panelists in the dais. And to begin with, we have the expert, Sriram Srinivasan. So, sir, I think you may be aware about, this is actually on the startups of the new, that is the innovators or the people in the incubation stage. So, this is the main session for this. So, what is your opinion on what kind of inputs would you like to give on these startup units for the eco alternatives?
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. As we say, startup, to start things up is always a difficult affair, and also to change the mindset. So this morning when I was told about the session, and I was just thinking, what should I actually carry as a message or some kind of an information that I will be able to provide to all these people. But before I get into that, this morning we had some very inspiring speeches by the dignitaries in the inaugural function of this startup conference. To start with, the Madam Additional Chief Secretary, she came up with this small illustration of how startups could. Actually, what are those key mantras, points that startups can look at as they kind of get into this game of, I won't actually put it as business alone. It is business, but there are several other aspects of social contribution is attached to it. So those three mantras are this. In fact, incidentally, when TNGCC was formed, the Tamil Nadu Green Climate Company that I represent, we have these three. Do we have a time?
Yeah. Just
okay.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Not
okay.
more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. So they are affordability, sustainability, and scalability. So when I went into making an acronym out of it, it was funny, ASS. So I changed it to SAS. So sustainability, affordability, and scalability. So, but these are very, even though they may sound very basic, but they are the key factors that would determine how this business is going to propagate. And another important point from the Honorable Minister Thiru Siva Mayanathan was, he elicited this point that all these startup entrepreneurs, their intent, their purpose, outwardly it may look like just another business, but we can never undermine the social cause or contribution that they are bringing on board to the people at large, to the society at large, and to the entire globe, as a matter of fact. So they need to be encouraged, they need to be taken along. So I'll just quickly, for this introductory session, I'll only say TNGCC in its mandate and even otherwise has taken up something as a mission called that we just casually named it. Maybe we will give a very good term for that, but we call it as a matchmaking, where we are collating now that a directory has already been released by TNPCB, thanks to TNPCB. But that apart, not only within the directory, even otherwise going and trying to obtain every smallest of the smallest manufacturer or supplier of these eco-alternate friendly products, who are obviously going to be a startup. You are at least a startup now, but there are many, so many who are even yet to start as a startup. So hand-holding them and bringing them on board to the talking table, and we, using our government platform or enterprise, we have the right connect with Hoteliers Association, other manufacturing, other packaging industry, and all these people. So we are going to do this matchmaking services officially, and we will be reaching out to all of you. With that, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I think the inaugural speech of the minister and our ACS should be a beginning for the new entrepreneurs. So now I think the next expert member, Dr. Balendra Singh, I just want to give you some inputs on this meeting. Sir, I think you can cut short because you have got a lot of time is running out. I think you can spell it out.
So, good afternoon, everyone, panelists, esteemed audience, and officials from Tamil Nadu government and central government also. So, I am from Department of Biotechnology, and basically to make a connect between academics and startups, in my opinion, we should collaborate. I mean, all startups should collaborate with some of those faculties or academics where some center of excellence in that product-oriented field is available. So in Department of Biotechnology, we are also having one of our PSU, this Biotechnology Industry Research Assistant Council, where BIRAC, on the basis of, on competitive basis, they provide funds to the new entrepreneurs of startups based on the merit of the innovations. So these calls for proposals, they open directly as an umbrella call for all fields, either is in medical, it is in plastics or in eco alternatives to single-use plastics. And latest, we are also working with VIRAC to come out with a special call in this area to develop the, basically the role of DBT or VIRAC comes in to provide the pipeline. On startups are working on application part, there should be some pipeline research so we can supplement with the products. So for example, earlier we were listening that waste on the waste to value or waste to plastic conversion. If we want to convert agriculture waste, different kind of agriculture waste, rice, bran, it is sometimes when we were in speech, there in minister's program, they said, if we get the orders in crores or 5 crores, etc., how you will supplement that? So on one side, we can concentrate on the products. On other side, we have to do some basic R&D to develop the alternatives in terms of bioplastics. And we should also think about the end solutions, what will be the end product. From morning, I was discussing with some of the startups. They said that what is the duration or what is the shelf-life of products. So rather to think on shelf-life, we can think on usable exclusion of the products. So we can say in circular approach. Rather than throwing it back to the environment, if it is already developed from bio-based or it is biopolymer or it is bio-based plastic, then we can place it in circular approach again to form the products. So it can be a good idea from point of view of limitation in the resources, or we can say feedstocks, and also in terms of making the economy circular, and also for startups also to make more revenue from limited resources, or you can say feedstocks. So as introductory remarks, I want to say this. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So now, again, our expert's opinion is that there should be a proper management of the plastics. We can definitely overcome this menace. And also, like we can also through pyrolysis and other means also, we can make it as an oil or something and use it. So that's a good suggestion. And of course, it's all now well known also. Now from the experts, now we go to the real startup units. And I think we will just in maybe just in 1 minute, we'll hear from you. What is the kind of product that you are actually involved in, so that it's not only the financiers or the bankers who are here, even there are many people through virtual mode also, they are watching you, and you may also get some suggestions and questions also from them. So I think first I'll start with Mr. Srinivasan Gunapalan of Biotech LLP. Just in 2 minutes, I want you to tell what is the product you have developed and what is the real requirement you require to tell this audience.
Yeah, thanks a lot for giving the opportunity. And as to append what the sir was saying, we are developing biopolymer granules, and we concentrate only on the granules. We don't do any finished products. So when we started this, our objective was, when you are banning a single-use plastics, there will be a lot of small-scale industries, like they may be producing carry bags or they may be producing cutleries. So what they will be doing, because once you ban those products, they don't have any other alternative. So our objective at that time is to produce a granule so that they can use in their existing machine to produce that products. So biopolymers are well known, and we have our own formulation. We have our own R&D team in India, and we produce our granules with our own proprietary formulation. And also we involve in licensing the technology, not inside India, but we are licensing our technologies abroad. We also currently developed with the seaweed-based biopolymers. So what our another opinion is, because when you substitute a plastic, there may be a need to emulate the properties of plastic, because there are a lot of alternatives. Yes, these are very good, but there are some products that you need the properties of plastic, because plastic is inert, it won't interact with anything, and it won't allow any harmful substance inside. Once you pack it in plastic, it will be fresh as good. So when you replace a plastic, we want to provide an alternative material which is as similar to plastic. So and in that way, bioplastics is a good option. And also you can do a mass production. You can have a 5 ton or 10 ton per day capacity. Then you can use the existing machinery. So if there is any small units which is going to get closed, they can just buy granules from biopolymer granules. They can use to produce the compostable or biodegradable cutleries or carry bags. So that's our main objective, and our main product is the granules only.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So now you intend to say that the promotion of bioplastics.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
interesting. Now in this regard, I think already the MOFCC has given on the compostable carry bags. For this, there is an IS way of composting.
Yes.
And I think it should be by 180 days, even if your bioplastics is also able to decompose by that time, it should be fine.
Yes.
But anyhow, you have to still come out of it, and you have to document your findings and
Yeah,
bring
sure,
it out.
sure, sir. We already did, and here there is one. There are some I have listed in my PPT, like what takes for a new person. Like I'm already having a plastic industry, so I want to convert to I want to use bioplastic.
Okay.
So what is the issues that facing the migration? The first thing is there is no vendor who want to directly migrate 100% to bioplastic, because you have existing orders, you have to complete the existing order. So they want to try, let's say 1 week I will be running a plastic, the next week I want to run a bioplastic. But with the current scenario, it's not possible, because as per the TNPCB norms, they should not run in both in the same machines because of adulteration issue. Second thing is the certification cost, which is around, there are a lot of subsidies available. That's a good thing, but that is not there before 2 years. So now it is costing around 3 lakhs. So for a person who want to try at the beginning, a small MSME, this cost is it's a slight hinder to them. That is the second thing. And another thing is, currently, if you want to get a CIPPET certification, is the essential to get the CPCB or whatever. To get a CIPPET certification, you need to get a consent to establish or CTE or CTO certification from Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board. But if you go to TNPCB, they need some certification from Sippert states that this is not a plastic material.
Okay.
So this is slightly like a chicken and egg situation, like whom we have to go first.
No, I think in that matter, there is a clarity. The thing is, the CTE you have to get from the respective SPCBs.
Yes.
And when you go for the CTO, you have to get the thing from the CPCB. That
So-
is clear on it.
So
I
first
think
we
we may
need-
debate on it later on.
Okay,
We'll go to the
okay,
next
thank you.
speaker. So I
Okay,
think Mr. Satwa Polybags, means it is Satwa Polybags, Mr. Saktivel. Yeah, please tell.
My name is Sriram Prabhu, Satwa Polybags, Tirupur.
No, you're representing the Satwa Polybags? Yeah, please tell. Okay.
ஆக்சுவலி நாங்கள் வந்து ரீசைக்கிள் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். எல்டிபி வேஸ்ட் மட்டும் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருக்கோம். இப்போ ஆக்சுவலாக எல்லாருமே சஸ்டைனபிள் பற்றி பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கும்போது இப்போது ஆல்ரெடி டன்ஸ் ஆஃப் வேஸ்ட் பாலிபேக்ஸ் இருக்குது இங்கே. ஸோ அதை என்ன பண்ணுறது? ஸோ அதுக்கு ஒரு வழி பண்ணணுங்கிறதா நாங்கள் இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணுறோம். கிட்டத்தட்ட இப்போது ஒரு வருஷம் தான் ஆச்சு நாங்கள் ஆரம்பித்து. மோர் தென் 100 tons ஆஃப் பாலிபேக் வேஸ்ட்டை வந்து கிரானவல்ஸை கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணி அந்த கிரானவல்ஸ்லேருந்து என்னென்ன பண்ணலான்னு பிளான் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். ஸோ நாங்கள் திருப்பூர் பேஸ்ட் கம்பெனினால அப்பேரல் கார்மெண்ட் பேக்கிங்க்கு வந்து ஸோ எல்லாமே பாலிபேக் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அதை நாங்கள் ரீசைக்கிள் பாலிபேக்கை சப்ளை பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம் ஆல்ரெடி. ஸோ அது போக கிரானவல்ஸ் சப்ளை பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். கிரானவல்ஸ் வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் பைப்ஸு, இந்த மாதிரி சின்டெக்ஸ் டேங்க்ஸு, இந்த மாதிரிக்கெலாம் சப்ளை பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். ஸோ எங்களுக்கு இப்போ என்ன ப்ராப்ளம்னா வேஸ்ட்டு கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது எங்களுக்கு. ஓகே, வேஸ்ட் கிடைக்க ரொம்ப சிரமமாக இருக்குது. ஸோ அதுக்கு ஏதாச்சும் முயற்சி பண்ணிங்கன்னா ரொம்ப நல்லாயிருக்கும்.
But I think this already the PCB has given a lot of concerns on the recyclers from waste bags. I think maybe marketing side you have got some difficulties.
No. So getting the raw materials also.
Raw materials, that's what I'm saying. Getting raw materials and marketing is the thing. But I think recycling, because whatever our expert also was telling, recyclable is one of the best options in plastics.
Yeah.
Of course. So it's, I think you can gear up to get more raw materials and you can go ahead. Thank you. So we go to the next, this thing, Mr. Sorry, that is Punarva Sustainable Products.
Good afternoon to all. Actually, I am representing the company Punarbhava Sustainable Products. We are the cotton paper manufacturer and we are the world first GRS certified paper in the world. Actually, I would like to share something with you since we are in the cotton paper manufacturer of past 12 years. We have nearly 400 to 500 customers around the world. Main of our customers are Europe. So through them, we gain lot of knowledge about sustainability, about eco-friendly and about how to save our mother earth. See, now these two days the conference is happening and all our objective is, the main objective of our presentation is to save our mother earth, right? But how we are going to save our mother earth? It's not only of making a new product which is eco-friendly. We need to have a solution of recycling because, as he said, the clear point, the Europe is very clear about concerning about the biodegradability. Now they are very clear on making a circularity. How the product has been circularity and how about the zero waste concept, and all, they are considering the end customer, end consumer, including they are considering about the circularity and zero waste concept. In Punarbhava Sustainable Products, we collect the fabric waste from the textile factories around Tirupur and other parts of Tamil Nadu. We collect the fabric waste, we convert them into paper. Those papers are chemical free, tree free, and all the papers are sun-dried paper. And through that paper, we are making all types of packaging. What my kind suggestion to the persons available here means, governments are making policies, but those policies can be derived only by the persons we are all here. Because we approach a lot of our products. This pad is made of cotton paper. Instead of plastic pads or other pads, through these 12 years, we saved nearly 60,000 trees, which is 20-year-old. Not only pad, we are able to make scribbling pad, notebooks, what are the things required in the paper we are able to make. What we are saying is, no need to plant new trees. We need to save the planted trees first. Because our forefathers gave a wonderful mother earth to us. What we are going to give to our grandchildren. So again and again making a new thing, new products, and using the renewable sources and using lot of waters and making pollution doesn't make the sense of making our Mother Earth in a eco-friendly way. We should make circularity, and circularity is going to be the mantra word in upcoming years. So thank you.
Sir, now can I understand that fabric waste, what you mean is it the cotton or is it the plastic or something you are mentioning?
See, actually, cotton waste, we are sourcing lot, and it can be in the blend of polyester also, it can be made.
Made, okay. So I think this is already in existence in most of the paper mills. I see that they get some cotton, this thing, shred it, and then they add it to their hydropulper and it goes.
I forgot to say one word. Yeah, and in the 2 days concept and lot of the eco-friendly, whenever the word eco-friendly comes, we are thinking about only about the product. What about how it is made? How the product is made? Whether it is made in the way of eco-friendly way, whether how much water we had consumed, how much pollution we had made. Anybody is considering that point? In Europe, these all should be considered. According to Europe Union standards, 2030, all the packaging materials should have a LCA report. LCA means life cycle analysis. To make a paper or to make any product, how much water, how much pollution, how much emission have been made, they should present to that government. Likewise, if we are making this one, surely our Mother Earth can be saved. And not only of pollution, other things. Whenever we are talking about the eco-friendly concept, the social complaints, how we pay to our employees, whatever the things, all the things, win-win situation for everything.
Okay, sir, we'll take it. Yes. Okay, sir. So, I mean, his main point is the fabric waste that is from the textiles, wherein that can be taken and properly recycled in the system rather than littered anywhere. That's his main idea. So, it's good suggestions. We'll try to enhance that through all missionaries of the government and as well as through the public awareness. Okay. So, now we go to the Mr. Suresh Kumar of GW Impex Private Limited. What is it, sir? What is it really you're doing in your, or what you intend to do?
Am I audible?
Yeah, please, sir.
Sir, we are into cellulose-based products.
Okay.
Basically, we are trying to solve the problem by taking cue from the nature. So, because yesterday one of the panelists told the waste from generated from Chennai itself is equal to a football stadium. So, to solve that kind of a problem, we need a bigger raw material. So, we choose cellulose consciously. 12 years ago, we were into the development of almost 300 plus formulations, but we also understand that it should be commercially viable and scalable. So after all the years, we come up with almost 40 plus solutions. There are a few already commercially we have started giving.
How did you get that cellulose, I want?
So cellulose is, we are derived it, currently we are importing that quality from abroad. Now we are trying to establish our company in India and we want to start developing the product here only. So currently it is unaffordable because we are importing. Now we want to start up, we are building a new startup with the help of
and what will be the end product with that?
End products currently we are giving, it's a performance polymer. We are making biopolymers on a performance basis, not like making for general commodity. Our polymers are breathable. So currently we are giving to one of the corporate where it is getting used in air fresheners. So it is a controlled release polymer. Currently they are using a PE coated film. Almost all the PE coated film can be replaced with our solutions. We can give breathable film, we can give non-breathable film. In one another case, the breathable film can replace the bottom sheet of the diaper. Ladies, sanitary diaper, adult diaper and baby diapers. So these are all the solutions which are available. And we also able to produce bioresins. In case if LDPP or PE products, which has to be, they cannot replaceable. It cannot be recyclable. And then we can add our resins up to 30%, then it can be broken into pieces disintegrate into pieces in particular days and circumstances. Okay. So this is also our product.
So I think this seems to be very good. Of course, all on the bioplastics and degradability they are talking about. So anything on the financial institutions or this thing which you have, anything for your this thing, financial aids from the bankers or something, you have any difficulty or something, because later on in that session, they'll be in the panel and you'll be the other side. So we want both of you to interact in case you have any financial difficulties in startup of this project.
Yeah, yes, we are focused. Yeah, currently, since I am into the industry for last 25 years, we are slowly, working on our own funds and backup thing. We are just trying to establish the industry now. Instead of importing the raw material. In that case, definitely we need good support. It's not a small thing to develop and compete with people like Dow Chemicals and Eastman in USA and building an infrastructure in India, such a scale. Definitely we need support, and I hope all these, conferences will help us. After 12 years, this is my first stage. I am really happy that, thankful to the, authorities and people who take this initiative to bring some kind of efforts to, give visibility. One more thing, all these years we have taken into conscious way that 0% fossil additives have been added into our product. We have not even touched the raw materials which are in food chain, even soy or starch. Some way or the other, it is going to affect the food chain. So our things are not involved in those things also. Thank you.
So now, of course, we are talking, how about the marketability, how you intend to do any market studies you have done on this, and
Yes, sir. Commercially, we have launched one product in pandemic.
Okay.
It is, we have added a copper and activated carbon infused mask out of that material. It is successfully.
Right.
And second success, we are working with one of the corporate for that, which I told you, air freshener.
Right,
That is
very
also almost 99% closed.
so I think the financial institutions who are on the audience side, so later on in the fifth session, maybe you may have to say that what kind of assistance you can give, and it should not be like a general way of approach by an MSME units, because these people are just in the incubation, or they have come forward with a lot of innovative ideas. So you should be a little flexible. Maybe we may discuss that in the fifth session then, okay? I think we'll now go to the next person, that is Neha Jain, Zero Circle from Maharashtra.
Hi everyone, I'm Neha. I'm the founder and CEO of Zero Circle. Zero Circle is a very new company. It's a 2-year-old company. It was formed in the middle of the pandemic. Now, before I get into talking about what our product is, let's talk about what is the problem that we're trying to solve. Now, I think we understand the problem of marine litter, right? But there are 3 specific problems that we're trying to solve with our material. One problem is the problem of permanence, that it can stay for hundreds and thousands of years, depending on the kind of plastic we're talking about. And that would land up in landfills or in water bodies. So you were thinking about the end of life of the material and how does it degrade in these 2 different environments. Second is that it breaks down into microplastics. So it impacts the health of wildlife, and we are consuming 1 credit card worth of microplastics on a weekly basis. So how do we solve that problem? And the third problem is of carbon efficiency, which is not very often talked about. By 2050, it is projected that the world would be emitting 10 to 15% of emissions just to produce plastic. So we talk about aviations. We should also think about what kind of emissions will come out of plastics. Now, talking about all these problems, what are the alternatives? And there are several alternatives and great alternatives. But to replace a material which is as fantastic as plastics, because it is a very, very inert material, it is important to understand, can the material be scalable, be affordable, and be durable? At the same time, is not diverting any other source. So like the gentleman who just spoke, that when you're replacing with the material with a bio-based material, it does not solve the problem, because then it will start competing with our food. And especially to replace single-use plastics, which is used for only a few seconds or minutes, you're going to raise a plant which will require gallons of water, lots of fertilizer, poison your soil, desertify your land, and then create a material. To solve all these problems, we created a material which comes from the ocean, and we use seaweed. Now, why use seaweed? Because seaweed doesn't require any land, it does not require a drop of fresh water, it does not require fertilizer, and it grows in 30 days. Not only that, we're not taking the material that we take from the ocean, we're farming this material. And it is a very, very farmable activity. because it is easy, it's onshore, it is near-shore activity. It can also be done in tank culture. Now, what is it that we make out of it? We make clear films out of this. They're very, very pliable. Speaking of the durability of the material, it is food contact safe, it's biodigestible, so it solves another problem of microplastics. It can be in contact with your food, and if you were to ingest it, it will be completely safe. And the final part about our film is that it is extremely marine degradable and it is home compostable without any kind of special conditions. So these are the general properties of our film.
Thank you. So Madam has emphasized on the promotion of seaweeds. I think more the seaweeds we grow, it's not only on the chemical side we can develop, it's also on such kinds of bioplastics which we can do. Thank you, Madam. I think we go to the next speaker. He is Tgp Bioplastics from Maharashtra.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tejas from Tgp Bioplastics. I would like to thank TNPCB and MOCEF and CPCB for including startups at this stage. Let's talk about our startup. So we are into granules manufacturing. So we are taking the starch and making it polymer and putting the solution in a very affordable way. I really welcome the panelists and their opinion about the bio-based content, but I would like to mention here, when we consider the practicality about the cost and when we are replacing one single-use plastic which is using in a very large scale, in that scale we need to understand the mentality of the people. People are not ready to pay the cost for the alternative to the single-use plastic unless and until you are offering them the solution at that much cheaper cost. It might be spoken that it is a food alternative or like that, but already in our research we reached up to, as compared to the plastic, we reached up to 15 to 25% less carbon footprint, we can say. Another thing we can consider is that starch is often less spoken because it is very difficult to work on. What our research do is that since last 3.5 years, we are working on the starch and we are understanding the incorporation of the starch in the existing plastic. It's not easy as it seems in a very prima facie. So our focus and our vision is to increase the bio-based content to the 100% and give the cheaper and affordable solution to the not only single-use plastic, but the overall plastic pollution which is happening around the earth in every applications, like in a single-use plastic, in a injection molding grades, like every single alternative we can replace with the starch-based plastic. We are hoping for that.
But anything you're doing on the polylactic acid or something?
No, we are not into the polylactic acid. Understanding the concerns about the fermentation, when we are replacing the, when we are giving the solution to the major problem, in the fermentation case there is a batch production. But when we consider the starch, it is not a batch production, it is a continuous production. So these are the practical, what we can say, the concern to the manufacturing. When we are dealing with the problem, we have to think about. So we have chosen the starch in the first.
Have you got a breakthrough in this?
Yeah, we actually got a breakthrough in 2019 only. But with that time we understood scaling in the lab, doing in the lab and taking it to the industry. It's a different, we can say it's another level thing to take it to the industry and make it a market viable product. So just we are into the market validation stage. We are almost ready-made grades for 2-3 applications. We can say the industrial packaging and the garbage bag, carry bag. And we are into the phase where we can offer a solution on the basis of bio-based content, where we can say it is not only the solution to the single-use plastic, but it is a more eco-friendly solution to the single-use plastic. And coming days we'll try to emphasize on the percentage of starch in the end product. So we can go towards the 100% bio-based content.
Okay, thank you. I wish you all success in your breakthrough.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Right, now next we go to Mr. Vinay Balakrishnan from Kerala.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Vinay Kumar Balakrishnan from Kerala. Actually, we are a manufacturer of biodegradable tableware using wheat bran and a rice bran. So its products are 100% biodegradable. The biggest advantage is one of the product which I can show you. This is made from 100% wheat bran. We use a dry process method, which means we don't use water at all. So, and most importantly, we are only the second in the world to have this technology. And we have another small product which is also small this thing. And the biggest advantage is after use, this product can be freely given as a cattle feed, poultry feed, fish feed, or as organic manure. It 100% biodegrades in 30 days. So this is a product which can support the farmers also, because the bran is actually a waste product. Majority goes as cattle feed, but most of it is burned or thrown into the ocean or lakes. And we have another product which we have done is we have made a straw made from broken rice, because when the when the paddy is milled, a lot of wastage is happening on the rice. So we have requested the millers to give us the rice, whatever is wasted, and we have converted into a straw. These are all edible straws, which means after the drinks, if you want, you can eat your straw also. I can just show you like this. So like this. So these are all edible straws, 100% biodegradable. And similarly, you can use it as a cattle feed, fish feed, or a poultry feed after use. And majority is biodegrades in 30 days. So these are our products, and we are also coming out with our cutlery range as well as takeaway boxes very soon. So I would request all your support on this initiative, and we are actually using a zero waste policy.
Very
Thank
nice.
you very much.
Very nice. Very nice. It was really an excellent. Have you put any stall in this exhibition? You have put up a stall, okay. Because first time I'm hearing from this thing, bran and broken rice of this product. Which is your this thing, stall number?
Yeah, all in hall 2, number 157.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
So really, hats off to you.
Thank you so
Very
much.
nice. Now, the next speaker is Mr. Arpit Darshaka Eco Solutions from Haryana.
Hello everyone, I am Arpit Dhupar and my company name is Dharaksha Eco Solutions. So Dhara in Hindi means earth and Raksha means saving. So the company literally translates to saving the earth. What we are doing, so we are building a alternative for a void. So a lot of people on this panel and a lot of people talk about single-use plastics and a lot of other things. But there is another untouched version of plastics or polymers, which is polystyrene or thermocol as we call it in India. And there is no alternative available so far for that particular material. For it has got very good rigidity, and secondly it has got very good thermal insulation capabilities. So what we make is, we make alternatives to thermocol, the material like this. Now this material has two beautiful properties. First and foremost, this is made from rice stubble waste. Now this is a huge problem in the entire north part of the country, where it is burnt every year. So much as 23 million tons is burnt every year. This is more than the Amazon fire, which is stocked globally. And if I were to talk that a very small amount of packaging that we made, if this was burnt in open air, this would pollute the entire volume of this chamber that we are talking of. This has been converted into something useful. Now, how do we convert this into something useful? So we don't use any sort of polymers or biopolymers or resins or additives. We follow the quality of nature. So what we've been able to do is that we've been able to identify a certain fungi that are able to eat this material as its food. And the white part that you see, it's the roots of the fungi. It's not a binder, it's not any polymer, it's the natural root of the fungi, which are also known as mycelium. So this mycelium is the thing that is holding it together. It's no resin, it's nothing else. So our material is grown, it's not manufactured. So what we do is we just take the material, we put it inside the shapes what we want, and then we add our mushroom culture. That mushroom eats it up, turns completely white, we take it out, we put it in oven, and what we get in the end is something that can be used to replace thermocol. It has got higher rigidity, higher cushioning capacities than conventional thermocol. It has got, this material is flame proof, so we can do laser engraving on this. It is anti-static, so it is very conducive for transporting electronic items like PCBs, etc. And most importantly, it biodegrades in just 60 days. So we are targeting two major problems. First is that we prevent air pollution because of the immense amount of waste that is burnt every year. And secondly, we are able to eliminate thermocol, which is considered 4 times worse than plastic. So the study says that plastics would degrade into smaller pieces, microplastics, in 500 years, but thermocol, it is estimated 2,000 years. So every piece of thermocol that has been made till date still exists. So we want to change this scenario, and we want to change it in such a way that we can make it completely sustainable, and end-to-end, cradle to cradle, as we call it in our design philosophy.
Now, at what stage you are now?
So we have just started commercialization. We have completed our plant production. Our plant commissioning is complete. So we would be starting dispatch by the end of this month.
Where is your plant?
It's in Ballabgarh. So it's a NCR region, 40 kilometers from Delhi, near Faridabad.
I think the MOF and CC and the CPCB in New Delhi have to take a note of this. It's really an excellent this thing. And also the governments of Punjab and Haryana and the adjoining Rajasthan should also support you in this
Absolutely,
regard,
sir. So the technology is completely ready. We are ready to scale. The support that we need is that, this technology is first of its kind. So I cannot piggyback on someone else's infrastructure. I cannot go onto an existing plastic manufacturer and say, use my granules and build it for me. I have to develop the machines, I have to put up the infrastructure. So it's a capex heavy sort of a model, and we are having a lot of challenges in terms of attracting debt capital. So since I'm a manufacturing company, I can afford debt capital. Rate of interest is not a challenge for me, but I don't have a 3-year financial. We are a young company. So this is a gap that we feel that, a company like ours loves debt capital, but we are not qualified for debt capital. The only scheme that exists is CGSTME scheme, but again, banks are very, very resistant when it comes to funding companies based on that scheme. So we really hope that, there could be engineered a different way of putting a collateral or putting up a security in a different form. We do have contracts, we do have purchase, we do have contracts from customers who are willing to buy the things. We have A-grade companies as well. But the security part and the collateral part is something that, is stopping this technology to scale. So that is something that, we are
about any subsidies couldn't you avail?
So subsidies wise, we are really looking forward to if there could be a setup for collection and selling of this, a unified portal. So right now what happens is a lot of things happen in a unorganized fashion. So a lot of infrastructure, if built for the collection of that particular waste, I believe that, company like ours can very easily, readily source that material and then transition that into something useful. So a subsidy on the waste collection part could be very lucrative both for the farmers and both for the companies like us, because dealing directly with the farmers limits our scalability.
Very nice, really excellent. Yes. We will give a big hand to him. So then we have Professor Saji Varghese from Karnataka.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. So we have come up with a very simple innovation around 3 years back. So it was in the campus that I got this idea at Christ University. So I saw some fallen coconut leaves, and as you know that fallen coconut leaves almost across, they are simply burned. The midrib is taken to make brooms and the leaflets are usually burnt, and very few places it is pulverized and put back to the soil. So I developed these drinking straws from naturally dried and fallen coconut leaves. And the best part of it is that from one fallen frond, we can make 150 to 200 straws. And the entire process is absolutely chemical free. So last 2 years, we were trying to also develop the machines because this product was new. We needed special purpose machines. It's a multi-layered straw. We needed special purpose machines with which we could roll out these straws. So we had the second generation machines which had a throughput of 40, it took 45 seconds to make one straw, but we deployed the machines in Madurai, Tuticorin and Nagarkoil. And then we were rolling out the straws and we were making around 2,000, 3,000 straws every day. But we were also sending it out to many places. And a few videos were also there, so we started getting inquiries from other countries as well. So we got inquiries from 10 countries, we sent out the samples, and we started getting huge orders. That's when our team also developed now the third generation machines, where we have a conveyor system now, where we can make one straw every 1.5 seconds. So we have already, we are ready with the technology. And I'm very happy to say that so far 86 women are directly employed with us and 103 women are indirectly in the sourcing of the leaves. They are connected with us. And about the product, we can make straws right from 3 mm straws up to the 12 mm boba tea straws. So that's why there's a good demand, and we can also make straws which can be used for Tetra Paks. And also we have started making writing pens also from these. It's actually a vertical innovation of the straw itself. We make writing pens also. So the women who cannot actually come out for a regular 8-hour work can assemble these pens from the comfort of their homes also. And we have already given the pens to 10 different organizations because we can laser engrave the company name and all of that. So we're getting a very positive response both for the straws as well as the pens. So now the challenge now is to deploy the technology at more places. We now want to expand to the Pollachi, Coimbatore belt and later to other parts. Last year, we were also invited to Nicobar Islands to set up these production centers for the Nicobari tribals as well. So we're getting good visibility. And in fact, last week we had sent straws to US, and they are ready to place an order of 1 million straws. From last month in Italy at a wedding it was used, and now they want to order straws for several countries of Europe. So scaling is our challenge, and as Sir was telling, we need to understand a bit of its shelf life. The natural wax of the leaf itself makes it hydrophobic. So the entire process is chemical free. So the production centers can be made very close to the places where the women in the remote areas work. And that's how 86 women who are working with us are working for the past 3 years. So they have not quit us. So they want to be with us, but only the shelf life and all, we need more studies in that. That's all about our product. Thank you very much.
Okay. So now, how long have you been in this field now?
This is our 4th year now.
Okay.
So we were making the multi-layered straws. So first I made the single-layered, spiral load straws, and then we took a feedback. And this is actually a 3-layered straw.
What is the cost of it?
So as of now, we are selling it at between 1 rupee 70 paisa to 2 rupees 50 paisa. So in India, we are sending out to 5-star hotels like Novotels, Four Seasons. They have all switched from the paper straws to our straws. And we are also sending it to Oman, Dubai, and other
Very
countries.
good.
Yeah.
So you are a successful person. Very nice.
I mean, we just are getting ready.
Have you got even e-marketing, any portal or something
Yeah,
you developed?
we are on Amazon and Flipkart as well, so we keep getting orders on that also.
Very
we have the SGS lab certification for both Europe and American standards, and we have filed independent patents in European Patent Office, US, India, and Sri Lanka as well.
Very good.
Thank
you. So now I go to the audience. Regarding, have you any suggestions or questions to the panelist? Please raise your hand. I think you may get 2 more mics for the audience.
One of the questions is to you specifically with the straws. Something that we have seen is, and especially since you mentioned it's 1.5 rupees per straw. With the single-use plastic ban, we have seen many places, at least the big restaurants, have kind of reduced the usage. But still, we have seen coconut vendors across the streets. My only thing is that this is something that most of the consumers feel, and of course, they can't afford a straw in that range. So how do you think of scaling up or reducing the production? Of course, demand is one side, but this is one of the areas which still has a lot of struggle.
Exactly, as Sir pointed about the affordability part of a product like this. So we have the conveyor belt system, as I mentioned. When we had the 2nd generation machine, we had to put it in this price range. But going forward, we would be coming close to 1 rupee, but we cannot come down to the 30 paisa, which maybe a coconut vendor wants. But the other part of it is that we find there are a lot of retail customers for this, and this straw at an individual level can be used 5 to 7 times. So there are many retail customers who are ready to pick it up and then use it for their beverage uses. So I think we can come to the customer side.
Okay. Any other persons? Yeah.
Yeah, I am Mr. James Matthew from Kerala, All Kerala Disposable Dealers Association State Secretary. First time in India to form an association and to support the single-use plastic ban. I think Kerala Pollution Control Board members, anyone is there? I think they were there here today. So my question is that in Tamil Nadu, is compostable carry bag allowed?
Yeah, as per the CPCB, you have to allow them.
Yes. And the next question to the bio person, what would be the per kg rate of the compostable carry bag? The original compostable carry bag, which is made without any fillers.
Without any fillers, it will come around 380 rupees plus GST.
Yes. Now in Kerala, what we are facing, we stood up with the Kerala Pollution Control Board, and where there was any clarity regarding the ban, in the central government also issued something on a black and white picture. What is banned? What is not banned? No clarity. What is plates? What is bowls? Because we are the traders. The main culprit of the single-use plastic all over India is not the manufacturer. It is the end to the end, the traders are the main villains. In Kerala, I will tell you, around 15% of the product in the plastic is only manufactured in Kerala. 30% of the product is coming from Tamil Nadu. Baki 70% is coming from Gujarat and Maharashtra. Now compostable carry bag is allowed in Kerala. Okay, we all stopped plastic carry bag. Can you just imagine the tons of carry bag which was sold in Kerala? for 1 month. It was more than 8,000 tons a month. 8,000 tons. With what product in Kerala, these all combustible people can replace it? You are telling, okay, first we were selling at 310 rupees, combustible carry bag. Now today's price has come to 270 rupees. How it can happen? The combustible association people also, I was asking the president of the combustible association, how some manufacturers can make
Excuse
the
me,
product
what's the question?
regarding the combustible carry bag pricing, sir.
Huh.
Some people are selling at 300 rupees.
That's
Some manufacturers cannot make it below.
Is it related to startups?
I don't know. I just told the relationship with the pricing and everything.
We are running very short on time.
Okay, sir. Okay, sorry.
So
Thank you.
if you have a pointed question.
Okay.
Is there any other question from the floor? Yeah, please, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I am from Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board, Joint Chief Engineer. I have one question from through Vinay Balakrishnan. You have made some good materials from the wheat brand, and Tamil Nadu is known for rice brand materials. Have you, this technology can be applied to those things?
It can be done.
If anybody is willing to start up these kind of factories, can you extend your support to transfer your technology? And also, do you have the same technology applicable for the coffee shells?
No, we can do with wheat bran and rice bran. We have the technology, we have the machinery, and we have the process.
Okay, thank you. And one more question from Trimadi Neha Jain's Zero Circle. Because due to my environmental concern, you told that seaweed can be grown up in the sea, and it can be used replacing plastic and can be used for bioplastic. And my concern is, sea, when it is grown in sea, some kind of industrial wastewater or discharge after treatment, will it be affected? Have you done any kind of analysis? Will it be safe while it is used in packing for the edible items?
Right, just like any other agriculture, you would look at the quality of the area where it's growing. So wherever we are farming seaweed, we look at the water quality, we look at the chemical, any kind of effluence that's going into the water, because that's like soil for the seaweed. The seaweed that we are growing right now, actually, if you were to look at just the heavy metal content, is much lower than any international standard. So that's why the material that we derive out of it are fairly food contact safe, and they've been tested.
Yeah, that's fine. And
Madam,
our country is...
I think we'll cut it. The time is running short. So I think I request Lakshmi Madam, the Regional Director from CPCB, to please come out to the stage to hand over the mementos to the panelists.
There is Sriram Srinivasan, sir, Chief Project Director from Tamil Nadu Green Climate Company. Dr. Balendra Singh, Scientist C, Department of Biotechnology from Government of India. Tirasai Ranganathan, Assistant Vice President from Tamil Nadu Startup and Innovation Mission. Tir Arpit Dubhar from the Raksha Eco Solutions. Tirasi Arun Prabhu from Sattva Polybags. Thiru E. Saktivel from Punarbhava Sustainable Products. Thiru Suresh Kumar from Impex Private Limited. Tirumati Neha Jain from Zero Circle. Thiru Tejas Jagade from Tgp Bioplastics. Thiru Vinay Balakrishnan from Tushan. Professor Saji Varghese from Christ University. Thiru Srinivasan Gunapalan, Chief Executive Officer from Biotech LLP. It was such a bliss to have a stage filled with innovators and game changers of future who have influenced us youngsters to work for better cause. I would like for a group photo with all of you guys. The second panel discussion will start